Hello, welcome to Band Basics. Today's lesson, putting the clarinet together. When you have a new clarinet, the first thing you're going to need to do is grease the corks. And the corks are this area around the clarinet. And this is the one that's on the mouthpiece. There's some on the upper joint and all the way down the clarinet. And I'm going to show you all of them eventually here. So we're going to start with the upper joint. That's where I start my beginners. We just play on the upper joint until we get some coordination with our left hand. Then once that's going, we'll put the lower joint on. I'll do that in the next video. So here's the entire clarinet. I'm going to take it apart here in just a second. This is the barrel. All right, small part there. This is the upper joint. This is where your left hand goes with this little big teardrop key here. That's the upper joint. This is the lower joint, and this is the bell. All right, so all these parts come apart, and we'll go from there. All right. So you're going to need a few things to do this. One, you're going to need some cork grease, premium cork grease. Look out. It looks like lip gloss or chapstick. Don't put it on your lips. It tastes horrible. Keep it away from dogs. You're going to need a towel or two. I usually, when I do this, I have an old t-shirt that I use. I just put on my lap. And then, obviously, I've used this towel a few times. So, we want to do that. We're going to start with the mouthpiece and work our way down. To put this on, here's your cork grease. Just kind of turn it here. You don't need much more than this sticking out. I keep going this way, sorry. I'm on my phone here. All right, to do your cork grease, turn it like that. Pick up your mouthpiece. Here's your mouthpiece. And you're just going to lightly rub it around like this. You don't want to get too much on there. It'll splooge out all over the place. If your cork grease, if you press too hard and it starts getting weird on the edges, just turn it on its side and kind of rotate it a little bit. Kind of like that. I don't know if you can kind of see some of that there. All right, that might be a little too much. So you're going to take your fingers, and this is what the towel is going to be for. Take your fingers and kind of rub it in. Now this is an older mouthpiece, so it's already been soaked with grease for a few years. Your new clarinet, if you have a new one, is gonna take a few times for that to get soaked in. So you're gonna have to do this a little bit more than somebody with an older clarinet. That's okay. These are a little hard to put in, especially these two. The Yamahas especially seem to be very tight at first. So you're gonna kind of put it in, kind of grab it here, twist, and push. You might not be able to get it excuse me, you might not be able to get it much farther than this. That's okay for right now. You can always kind of press down, get a parent to help you as well. Taking it apart will be a little tricky. Now if you've put too much grease on it, it might splooge out over the edge here. Again, that's where the towel comes in. You're gonna want to make sure to wipe this off. Wipe it off really good so it doesn't get in your case and whatnot. So that's that. All right, grease, put it on, twist and push. Twisting while you put it on is key. All right, you just don't want to push it on. Let's jump to the next section. This is the upper joint. The upper joint has this big long, it's the register key here. All right, so we go from there. Your left hand will eventually operate these keys. We're going to concentrate on the top one here. So with this key sticking up, this is the part that goes into the bottom of the barrel. Same thing. I'll hold it up here for you. Just kind of rub it in. This one's actually a little dry, so this is perfect for this. A little bit all the way around. I didn't quite put as much as I did on the mouthpiece there. You can kind of see. Take your finger, rub it in really good. Take your towel, wipe your fingers off so you don't get it all over the place. Now when I do this, you have to be careful of the keys so you don't bend them, especially the side ones here, all right? So what I usually teach my students is to grab it with your right hand, kind of right here over these keys. Try to stay away from those. My hand's a little bit bigger than fourth graders, so it kind of covers a little bit more. And then you're gonna put this in here. Twist and push. Mine goes in very easily. It's an older clarinet. Now what's wrong with this? Well, it's completely backwards. So you want to line up The flat part, this is where your reed goes, right? So if my reed was on it, it'd be right here. You want to line up that with this. So if you're looking down the clarinet, see if I can, there we go. There's my mouthpiece. There's the register key. I don't think you get it from this way. Ooh, there we go. That's kind of weird. There we go. So you can see it's all lined up, nice and straight. And that's it. Then you can go ahead and put your mouthpiece or your reed on the mouthpiece with the ligature. Same thing, just like we did in the last lesson. You can also put the reed on first. Usually with beginners, I kind of do it, put it together first, and then put the reed on. You just kind of eliminate some reed breakage, at least through the first few weeks of playing. All right, tune in next time and let's get the bottom joint put on.